I'm all good. We're live right now. Mhm.
Hello. Good afternoon. Okay. Hey, good afternoon, fellow rattlers, fellow rattlers. Good afternoon. Several announcements to make, but I won't make them all right now. I'm not Von Wilson. I'm Selvin Goff. And we're going to begin our meeting with a moment of silence. As many of you already know, that we lost a fellow fallen rattler, uh, two. Someone that just reminded me that we lost two. Richard Sherman, I'm sorry, right, Richard Sherman, and also we lost Mickey Clayton. So what we would like to do is just have a moment of silence for those two fallen rattlers.
And Miss
And
Mayor Roberts, who's Mayor Roberts, Dr. Roberts. Why directed?
quite direct, okay. Now we have three fallen rattlers that we were recognized at this time. And we have a moment of silence for those three fallen rattlers. Thank you. Let me give you some brief information on Mickey Clayton's funeral. Mickey will have a wake at 4 p.m. on Friday at Tabernacle Missionary Baptist Church. And that's on Anita Davis Place. On Saturday, the funeral will be at 1 p.m. Saturday at New Mount Zion AME Church, and that's at 1401 Old Bainbridge Road. That's Mickey Clayton's funeral. Now, I'm not sure about the other two, but if someone knows what they are, would you like to share that? Okay. Okay. I don't have any information on Dickie's funeral. Do you have that information? Don't have the information on Richard Sherman's uh, funeral, but as soon as we get it, we will make sure that we will let you all know. At this time, there are two other announcements, but I'm going to give this to Zach Ansley. And Zach has had this last year, and we're going to try it again this year as well. So, Zach, if you'd come forward. I got it.
Good morning, Rattlers. Good afternoon. Um, Last year, we had the generous Miss Patricia Gavin, to put together a basket similar to this one last year, and we raffled it off, and the proceeds went to the Rattler Boosters. We raffled it off for about 3.5 weeks, and the proceeds were approximately $900. This year, the basket is more robust than last year. Last year's basket, she had about $230 worth of things in here. This year, close to about $400 worth of items in here. I even threw in things like this megaphone that you all have seen me carry around, and my specialized shakers. And anyway, we're raffling this off again this year, and we're going to host this raffle until October 1st, which is prior to the game, I believe, with Alabama State. And again, it was donated by Patricia Gibbons. She's the owner of Pat's Unique Boutique at 1533 South Monroe Street in Tallahassee. Ladies, I would please encourage you to go down and patronize this saint who has donated these things to the Rattlers. The proceeds this year, unlike last year, most of the sale came from folks in this room. And last year, the proceeds just went to the boosters. Blame that on me. And I would like to apologize to the 220 Club right now, because we should have given some of that fundraising to the 220. So this year, what we're going to do is we're going to split the proceeds between both organizations. And our goal this year is to get at least $2,000. So I would encourage you all, buy $10 raffle tickets I'll have them. I have the tickets. We will do the drawing at the 220 Club on October 1st. But please, help us meet this goal of $2,000 so we can give both organizations $1,000. And thank you for allowing me the time to present this. And I'll bring it at each of the 220 Club meetings, and I'm gonna even bring it to the football games. Thank you all.
Thanks, Zach. Okay. Now, what we're doing is we're still buying some time. I saw the door darken over there, and I looked up and I said, maybe that's him coming, but no, it was Tommy Mitchell. So, hello, Tommy. Yeah. So, a couple other announcements. The EJ 220 Quarterback Club will sponsor all football games beginning in this Saturday on 96.1. 96.1. That's when the football games are going to be on 96.1. Like it used to be, as someone said. Okay? So, and now this is being sponsored by the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club. Okay? So, if you want to, like I'm going to do, I won't be going to the game, but I will turn the volume down on the TV and I'll listen to 96.1. Okay? All right. So remember, 96.1, I think the game starts at 4. I think it's 4 p.m. We want to turn to 96.1 and listen to the pregame show, and we want to listen to the rest of the broadcast as well. Yes,
It'll be televised on what station?
I do know that it is being televised, but I'm not sure what station.
ESPNU.
The- I heard it will be ESPNU. ESPNU, 4 o'clock on Saturday. And we want to we want to make sure that we welcome you to the, I'm sorry, but I thought we would have a one surprise visitor, but we got another surprise visitor. Hello, Joe. Welcome to the Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club. I know that you used to be on air during this time, so we were always listening to you on the way here. But now we that's right. Now that you heard him, you can come. Welcome, Joe. Uh, the other announcement that I have, did everybody get that? ESPNU, 4 o'clock, Saturday. That's the football game. All right. The other announcement is that if you're interested, now we normally give out here at the 220 Quarterback Club, we normally give out a offensive, defensive, and special teams player. We give out 3 trophies at the end of each game. We give an offensive, we give an offensive player defensive, and special teams player. We will be giving those out again this year. If you're interested in purchasing each week, Jackson told me what table it was going to be on, but I forgot. It's the table to my right, to the back. All right, the table to my right, in the back, is where if you want to go in and sign up, you go in and sign up for that for each game that you're going to render. You want to present for the offensive, defensive, and special teams player for the game. Okay. The cost is $17 each for the offense and the defensive player, and it's $5 for all 3. I'm not sure what that is.
$51.
$51 for all 3. I'm sorry. $51. $51 for all 3. $51 for all 3. So we were asking you for $51. That would be for all of the players a week. So it's $51 a week for all 3 players. Okay? All right. Now, for those who like to send checks, Charlie May Frank. We have a $100 foundation check. I'm sorry, but this is for membership dues. Charlie May Franklin for membership dues. And we have a member here who normally is here, but he's not here with us, and we want to wish him well. This is for Reverend Aaron Ross. You know, Aaron usually come back there and he sits and he would take all the comments and everything back, and he wanted to pay his $100 for his membership dues, and he's also sending $400 for the program, for our nutrition program. So again, Mr. Aaron Ross, we want to thank you for your membership dues, for your membership for Rattler Boosters, and your $400 for our nutrition program. And Charlie Mae Franklin, we want to thank you for your $100 for your membership program. So we want to thank you all. And again, those are the only announcements that I have. And looks like our coach is running late. He's normally here by this time.
Coming in now.
They said he was coming in now. But Leroy, you got a joke you could tell us? Why the coach come in? We're ready for you. All right. But before I Leroy. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Come on, Leroy.
Good evening, good evening. You know, one Sunday morning, this guy got in an argument with his wife. And, you know, he said, I'm not going to church this morning. I'm getting tired of all them people talking about me doing this, backstabbing and everything. And he just kept going on and kept talking. His wife looked at him, said, what? Said, you're not going? He said, no, I'm not going. I'm not going this morning. I'm tired of them people down there. I'm tired of them. She looked at them again. She said, but you the pastor.
So, okay. All right. Okay. We would also like to thank Mr. Harold Thornton. Mr. Harold gave us $100 for nutrition. And Josephus Johnson, he gave us $100 for nutrition. So we'd like to thank you all for your nutrition. Now, we had an event on last Saturday. He started at 2 o'clock. It was the kickoff luncheon. And I want to thank you all for the great participation that you all had. It was a great event. And we made a little money for the athletic department, of course. And that's what it was all for. So I want to thank you all for that. Now, Ron Joe, if you want to come up and say something as well, because Ron had some other supplies that he sold us. He still got a few left.
Thank you. On behalf of the chairman and the folks that helped to get that thing together, we also want to add our thanks to it. The room was absolutely, I think, I'm getting signals from the audience here. The room was good. We had 100 tables there, 800 in the front, and we had 100 in the back. The place was really filled well. Well done. It's time now, if we start saving our money now, we can buy that tables for us again next year. What I wanted to also tell you, there's some things over on that door there. There's the kit that you can do your fingernails and stuff with. They're $10 each. There's some pins over there, the FAMU pins. They're $1 a piece, or you get 6 for $5. You come over and see me on that over there. And it's a great little thing that you can take home to remind you of it. But bottom line is, thank you all so much for turning out like you did for a wonderful occasion. And we look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you very much. young man that ought to tell us what happened to, remember that TV we had? That it was a 75-inch.
I want to thank everyone who participated in the raffle for the TV. We made $1,560 for that raffle TV. I want to thank everyone. It was a great success.
No, no, no. It's white. It's white, yeah. Wilhelmina McKinney won the TV. She won the TV. Okay. Right. Okay. Johnny won it, Johnny won it in 2024. And Wilhelmina McKinney won it this year. Okay?
If something ain't right with that.
Now, I got one more $100, and that person is going to be anonymously. I'm not going to announce his name. He didn't want his name announced. So one of us were here and they decided that they wanted to contribute an additional $100. So if there's anybody else that want to contribute, what we're doing this year, we're going to do it a little bit different. Is that each week that you come in, what we're going to do is we're going to, based on the number of scores that we have, total score that we have for the game, we're going to contribute that amount for each week for nutrition. And that's going to go toward nutrition. So if we score 100 points, coach, we're going to contribute $100 each in here for nutrition. That money will go for nutrition. That money is going for nutrition program. And I got news for you. I just got a note from the nutrition coach. And Bill, I sent you a message that it's time for order nutrition again. And this is muscle milk. This is going for muscle milk. And we're ready to order muscle milk again. So that's a nice bill for us. So we want to make sure that we have enough money to cover all of the sports. But remember now, all of the sports trains, and we have 3 sites that we have for that we supply muscle milk in. And that's we got one at the field house, we have one at the Gaither, and then we have one down in the Hansel Tooks. We have 3 sites that we supply muscle milk for. And then we also have nutrition program that the 220 supplies for. So again, when you get write checks for nutrition, you know it's being well spent. Okay? Now, you didn't come here to hear me talk. You came here to hear Coach Colzie. And Coach Colzie was, he came by himself today. Because everybody else is working.
Yeah.
Okay, so now. Question.
$51 for the throw on the go pick up.
On the back table.
Well, I signed up already. I signed up.
You're right to check out to 220. No. You're right to check out to 220. No. You're right the checks. Write the checks out to Eddie. Okay, you got it? Eddie Jackson, 220 Quarterback Club. And Wilma, you got something else?
Just 220. Just 220.
Write it out to 220 Quarterback Club. The trophies that we write, make it out to who? 220 Quarterback Club. Okay. Anybody else that want to write checks out for the trophies? This is just for the trophies. Write it out to 220 Quarterback Club. Okay. All right. And anyone else that's online if you want to sponsor the trophies, you write it out, $51 to the 220 Quarterback Club. All right? Okay, now, you didn't come to hear me. We're ready to hear our next head football coach, James Colzie.
Good afternoon. Just a couple house cleaning items real quick. I gotta make sure I thank Reverend Price, Bethel AME this past Sunday. Got a chance to take our team to church. He took very good care of us. We had about 10 or 15 guys there and a couple of coaches. So we had a lot of food that we were able to bring back with us. And believe me, it was definitely eaten. Second house cleaning item. Made mention to the coaches that we'll be honoring. So just wanted to just give a quick reminder. On September 13th, we'll be honoring Coach Gaither and quite a few of his players. When I made that announcement here, a few weeks ago, I've received countless emails about players. My main worry is that I don't want to forget anybody. But I had an email from someone representing Coach Vernell Ross, excuse me, Coach Vernell Ross, who is 96 years old, and he is going to make sure that he is there for the game on September 13th. So just got a chance to talk to Mr. Alexander out of Jacksonville. He will make way. So just want to make sure I just remind everybody we'll start getting some stuff out video-wise and things of that nature to make sure we honor them and have some stuff that we'll be doing for our first home game specifically for Coach Gaither and gives Coach Gaither and his players and quite a few of his family members. So continue to email me. Are we live? We live on this? We live? Continue to email me. I'm going to try to make sure I can take care of as many people as possible for our home opener against Albany State. And last but not least, I appreciate your patience last week. I know, everybody was kind of wondering or worrying or just. No, I was fine. I was fine. Want to just out of respect and for the position and the two young men, we were just making sure of some things. One of the guys was a little bit banged up, so I had to make sure we got the proper read that we needed. But yep, we did name a quarterback. Young man by the name of R.J. Johnson, came from Toledo, from Atlanta, Georgia. He was a 4-year starter at Westlake High School and All-State. He's a big-time player, but nothing's going to be bigger than what he has to face this upcoming Saturday against a very, very good Howard football team. We're kind of today, even though today is Wednesday, we have to treat it as a Friday because we're leaving tomorrow. So our days are kind of getting mixed in together a little bit where, even though, like I said, it was a Wednesday for us, but as far as practice goes, it was actually a Thursday practice. So we were taking care of some things. And, I made mention earlier, we as opposed to last year, we went to Atlanta, getting to Atlanta and preparing for, Norfolk while we were in Atlanta. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make sure we took care of all of our preparation here in Tallahassee. So we'll have another practice tomorrow morning, and then we will, once we fly, it'll just be meetings and I know we'll have a little bit of a practice, but I didn't want to leave anything left to be done once we got to Miami. So we've almost closed all of our scouting reports and all of our game plans, and once we get to Miami Thursday afternoon, it'll be just meetings and just trying to find up some little things or some details in regards to Howard. But, overall, fairly healthy football team. Obviously, when we naming RJ as early as we did, the thought process was making sure we got some rhythm with our offense, continue to get that rhythm because, throughout training camp, we were going ones. We had a guy going with the ones, we had a guy going with the twos, and then we would flop it out. So that was the biggest thing for us, is trying to get it done as early as we could. He's looked good since naming him the quarterback. He's looked really, really good. But our philosophy won't change, right? Still making sure we take care of the football, making sure we run the football, stop the run. Got a very, very hungry football team getting ready to get ready to play on Saturday. Sounds like we're gonna get some typical South Florida weather, a little bit of rain, a lot of heat, but we'll be on the shade side. So we'll see how that works out. But you got a little bit of some unknown as far as how it goes. You don't necessarily know who their quarterback's gonna be. They got two options. We kind of have an idea who it may be, but ultimately at the end of the day, we're gonna have to play our brand of football. We play our brand of football. We should be in really, really good shape, which is running the ball, as I mentioned, and stopping the run and having a defense that's gonna fly around. So if we're able to do that, I like our chances. But we do have some things that we're gonna be doing a little bit different as well, which I will not say. I will not say today. So don't ask me. Okay? But we'll let Howard find out once we get ready for them Saturday afternoon. I do know a bunch of questions that you guys may want to ask. I will. We are meeting. That's why I'm by myself. I came over. We're meeting and just again, like I said, trying to fine tune and get everything done so we can get out of here tomorrow. So any questions that people may have? Yes. Oh, he beat you first. He got you first. I got you. You got a mic.
You would stand up. Voice can carry. We only got one mic. Coach got.
So what was it that really both the minds for?
Speak up a little louder.
He said that we had. I'll repeat the question. Okay, guys.
What was it about Onion Johnson that stood out? The other four.
Well, I mean, that's a great question. And I will, transparency wise, in all reality, after the spring practice, after our spring game, we knew we needed to get a guy. I mean, I think the three guys that we had that were already here, we just felt that the position that he plays here on campus, the family being the quarterback at Florida A&M, we needed some more. So that was the main reason why we went and got the two other guys. So when we brought those two other guys in all reality, it was a two-man race once they got here. Now, once both of them got here and we got here in the summer and started doing our OTAs and then got through training camp, RJ's a different guy. He's got great size, got a great arm. The guy he was playing behind at Toledo was a 3-year starter. So RJ was just looking for an opportunity. He probably could play a lot of other places. He wanted to come here because he wanted to have the opportunity to play. So I mean, he hasn't started a game in college, but he does some really, really great things. And then having Coach Burris as the quarterback coach is also a plus. I mean, you got a guy he's 6'2", he's 200 pounds, he's calm, cool, and collected. I mean, he was the starting quarterback at Westlake High School in Atlanta, Georgia. And if anybody knows anything about Westlake High School, being the starting quarterback as a 9th grader at Westlake High School, you had to be pretty special. So that was one of the reasons why he got to Toledo. But the thing I like about him the most, takes care of the football. The team, his team already respects him, and he has great command of our offense and does a great job in the locker room.
Coach, curious, are y'all staying over or coming back Saturday?
We'll be there. We'll be there tomorrow, right? We'll be there Thursday. So, he asked, are we staying over after the game? No, we're not.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll arrive Thursday. We'll be there obviously Friday. We play the game at 4:00, and then we'll be on a charter. We're charting a plane tomorrow, and then we'll charter a plane back. Yeah. Yes. How many players? Well, we got a roster right now of 112. We're only supposed to bring 70, but since it's a non-conference football game for us, I could take up to 80. I'm only going to bring 76. Yes, sir.
You said last week that you played both quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, will that change due to the circumstances of the game? Will you play both, or will you stick? Not you. Will we stick in one quarterback?
Well, I think for a guy earning the position like he did, throughout the battle, I will say Jeff Petty has done enough to play. Now give or take how this game goes, you know what I mean? I just think that you can't have a guy earn the job and then have a quick trigger with him, right? So he's earned the job. We're gonna ride with him as long as we feel we need to do. But I will say a little bit different from last year. I thought Jet did, has the ability to run our offense if need be. RJ just did a heck of a job better, a lot better than Jet did. So I want RJ to be there the whole time. But like I said, if Jet had to go in there, unlike last year, if Jet has to go in there this year, we're really, really confident with what he can do.
No. At the heat of the battle, what the battle is, the city is gonna get so good.
Yeah, just wait your turn. I mean, it's a long season, right? It's a long season. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We talked about building depth, not just defensive line, offensive line. We thought we needed, we lost D. Rich that game against Prairie View. When we lost him early in the game, like first quarter, we didn't really have anybody to back him up, right? So we didn't want to have that problem again. I'm not knock on wood, right? Knock on wood. But if we have the opportunity, if Jet has to go into the game, we can still run our offense efficiently. Hey, boss.
Wow.
We've been pretty banged up. He wants to know if we have any injuries. If we have any injuries in the game. We've been pretty banged up. I don't get into injuries too much. But during the OTAs we had some nagging injuries during training camp. We had some nagging injuries, but for some strange reason, as we get close to the game, everybody's magically more healthier they are now than they were last week. That whatever that castor oil they've been putting on their bodies, everybody's starting to feel a heck of a lot better. Everybody's feeling good now. It's game time. They want to get on the plane. Yes. Where you been? Okay. Good afternoon.
To this in as much as I'm a 44 retired veteran for 4 years. I'm concerned about not only the physical state of those injuries, but the mental state of our team as well. So that's the lead in. The question here is, what do you and your coaches do to ensure that they are prepared mentally to play collectively as well as the physical? And how you prepare them for those who don't go pro for life.
Okay. You want me to repeat that question, y'all? Well, if you want me to repeat it, I'm gonna need her to repeat it. Give me the one part. Let me give the first part. Okay. All right. You guys got that? Okay. Well, I'll say, people during training camp, it's a grind, right? We have them there from 6 o'clock in the morning to almost about 9:30 at night. Now, during that time, right, there's about a 3.5 hour window. We allow them to get treatment, right? They get treatment, and we can't tell them to be places, but in that 3.5 hour window for treatment, right, they also have the opportunity to just be in the locker room and be with each other. For our team to play collectively at a high level, they got to spend time with each other, right? So minus football related, we had a couple bowling trips, right on campus at FAMU. Everybody, and that was kind of our bonding session. We had a lip syncing contest. Again, it was our bonding session. So guys just spending time with each other, I think is very, very important mentally, because you got guys coming because of the portal. People come from a lot of different places. They don't really know each other, right? So the only way, and again, you learn a lot about each other on the football field, right? If a guy's going to fight through, or if he may give up, or whatever the case may be. But when you're doing stuff off the field together, that's where the bond, that's where the bond happens, right? So I think for us to play together, they have to spend time with each other. So I thought we've done a much better job with them this summer, just giving them things to do, giving them options. And then they chose, they chose what they wanted to do. They wanted to go bowling. So it wasn't something that I was coming together and making them do. It was to say, what y'all want to do? What do y'all want to do here? What do you want to do there? So I thought in my opinion, I thought we did a really, really good job with that, allowing them to do that. Now, even though it is training camp, I think the other part that we did is just allowing them some time to themselves. You know, again, because we already know it's a grind, right? And there were some days that we could have kept on, and I just sent them home. You know what I mean? I'm looking at them in their eyes. You know, they're giving me everything that they can. And, you know, you could just see, hey, I'm giving you the night off, right? Just make sure you come back the next day. And you could imagine how they felt the next day. They were rejuvenated. They were thankful. You know what I mean? Because it's there's no 20-hour rule in training camp. I mean, there's none of that. There's no 20-hour a week. We could spend as much time as we can. We can, bludgeon them to death with this, practice, lifting, meetings. But I mean, there were times where, when it was time to go home and I didn't feel we were going to get anything out of them, they cherished that rest. So I think for us as a team, giving them an opportunity to be around each other, and also me realizing that they're giving me everything that they can, right, and then giving them that time off. So again, I think last year, we were a pretty battered team once we got to training camp. This year, again, just kind of, learning from maybe some stuff from last year, trying to just, right some of the wrongs, giving them a chance to just heal, giving them a chance to be around each other, and then hopefully the effort helps us when we get there Saturday. Yes, ma'am. Of course.
So what are you all doing to prepare the players, playing your part in their role in life? Because everybody wants to go.
Well, with football teams, right, and that's a great question as well. Another one, they think that bringing in other football players helps our guys, and what I mean by that is, we got Marquise Bell, right, played here at Florida A&M. Got Xavier Smith, played here at Florida A&M. So everybody, when you bring in those guys to speak to the team, right? Everyone on our football team, if you ask everyone on our football team, are they going to go pro? Every single hand raises. Every single hand raises. But they really don't know what Xavier Smith had to go through to be in the NFL. They really didn't know what Marquise Bell had to go through to go to the NFL. So we brought in other speakers to realize that you could be successful and still not play football, right? There are so many different things that you could be with this amazing degree that you have. So bringing in other speakers to understand and to realize that, hey, you can do something else, make a bunch of money, right? Or whatever the case may be a quality young man, right? By hearing from other people. So I think, even in training camp, we did that on a few occasions where we just brought people that were successful, right? That didn't play football. Now, again, don't get me wrong. After my man came in and talked to him, who owned his own business, if I would have asked him again who was going to the NFL, every hand probably still would have raised, but they did see that they had options. Now, we brought in a couple new people on our academic side, making sure our GPA is getting to where we need to get to. We had an amazing summer academically. We had some guys that needed to work really, really, really hard and saw at the end of the tunnel that working hard was going to get them where they needed to get academically. So, and obviously us having 12 to 15 guys earning master's degrees, so it's a good place. Our guys are excited to be there. They love everything about Florida A&M, and it's just, we're ready to play a football game. And there's been so much going on, right? Playing, and don't get me wrong, everything's not perfect. Everything can't be perfect. It's impossible to be perfect. But the safe space our guys have is when they get to the locker room and they get on the practice field, and it's 2.5 hours, or however long we're working, and they give me all they got, right? So Saturday is they've been itching for Saturday to happen since January. So, and I told them it's gonna be here soon. Well, I guess they'll believe me now, because it's gonna be in about 2 or 3 days. Yes, sir. I'm amazing.
There is a county commissioner that's in Leon County that attended the Howard. I don't see him here today, and I don't want to see him here next week.
Right.
Okay? My question is, you have a couple of new members of your coaching staff.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make an assessment. How well have they come together with this
The question is how is our new staff, have the cohesion with the new staff and the old staff? I think, well, because people that were on the old staff, right, that are still here, they knew the people that were brought in by me. I knew them. I've coached with them. I've been with them in numerous capacities. So the trust that they have of me bringing in somebody that I feel is going to work hard, that they already knew that, right? So, hey, I'm going to bring this gentleman in. I'm going to bring this young lady in. I'm going to bring this coordinator in. So, you know, they're trusting me to bring in the right staff to help with that cohesion, right? So it's been great. You know, I have two coordinators, Coach Burris, who we met. Everyone knows who Coach Burris is, and Coach Thompson came in a couple weeks ago. They're very knowledgeable, right? I mean, you want to have credibility right off the jump. Listen to Coach Burris talk, and then listen to Coach Thompson talk. Those two guys, you know, when they just talk football, right? And you're bringing a guy like Coach Sed Williams, who was the offensive line coach at North Carolina Central for 6 years, and you guys saw the kind of product North Carolina Central have. They have a great product, and that's primarily because of what Cedric Williams and Kevin Maurice, who were there for 5 or 6 years, right? So, you know, those guys love ball. They take care of our student athlete. You know, it's not just about football to them. It's about the well-being and the student welfare of our guys. So, you know, the cohesion has been great. We work really, really hard together. You know, sometimes late at night, but they understand the assignment of what we're trying to get out of our players and out of the coaching staff.
Oh, boy.
It's not a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I do. I have a comment and a question.
Of course.
Just want you to know, I'm praying for all of you.
Thank you.
Praying for the coaches, praying for the team, your travel safe, on the field, off the field. And I want to know, can you read this shirt?
I do. I can.
Run it back, coach.
We will. We will. I mean,
That's all I
you know,
want you to do.
we have a, you know, our motto and mantra for this year is, you know, the details, the discipline, dominate, the finish, and then the family. You know, those are 5 things that we hang our hat on. And those are 5 things that we talk about every single day. You know, for the most part, I think our guys are really, really focused, ready to go. You know, we're low key this year. You know, there's not a lot of, you know, the expectations are what they are. We understand that, but we know we got to take care of business. Not a lot about talking. We got to go out there and get on the field and do the things that we necessarily need to do. So, and that's, you know, we understand where we're at. We understand where we got to be, but it's important to make sure we do it one day at a time.
Thank you.
And thank you guys. I appreciate it. Good seeing everyone. Whoever's coming down to Miami, safe travels. Please safe travels, and then safe travels back. And so thank you. Safe travels, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Okay. We want to, safe travels to those folks that going to Miami. And if you want to go early, catch the other game that's being played on Friday night. One of the coaches that's currently that's there on Friday night texted me and said that they're going to run up the score on that other game Friday night. I told him, I said, well, we beat them 97-0. Don't run up the score on them too bad. He said, well, that's our goal. So for those that's going down to enjoy the football games, we want to wish everybody a safe travels. We want to we want to ask you to remember the basket that we have, and we're going to be raffling it off on October the 1st. And remember that one. And remember also, for those who haven't signed up for the raffle, for the players of the game, you want to make sure that you want to sign up and make sure you honor those players. And Tommy, you had something else to say? Okay. If you didn't hear, it was that Tommy has some extra parking for $30 per space. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we want to thank everybody for coming out this week, and we will see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you.
Somebody make the raffle. That, $10. $10 for the raffle for the bag.
Yes, I didn't thank you. I didn't thank you.
I know, I appreciate
We thank you. All right. Maybe we'll look at 150.
I sure hope so.